Hello, this is Toxic Bob coming at you live on segment 2 about the awakening within the self. Well, you know what? Here's a question. This is going to be a question that most of you need to answer in order to understand what we're talking about. And that question is, why is it that it's so hard for us humans to awaken? Why is it? Well, I'll tell you why. Because of the negative self. The negative self has been programmed within this reality of this third dimensional world from the time we came in, through our parents, through our mom and father, and through our ancestors and what they taught them. And also from our teachings, from the educations of our schools and the educations of our churches. So it's created a very formed, one set understanding. And it really keeps you controlled in your mindset to where it becomes more about beliefs than it does about knowledge of self, universal self, and spirit. They don't want you to know about spirit. Spirit is scary. If you talk about spirit down south, people think that you're talking about ghost. Well, guess what? We all have a ghost. And it's up to you to know where you're going to place your ghost when you're done in this life. You didn't just come here to place yourself in this time. You see, you didn't come here to make yourself wealthy and control all the individuals. Your next placement is going to have serious judgment within how you get to go through. How are you going to go through when you have no understanding about the fourth dimension? If you are understanding fourth dimension and using it against the third dimensional minds and beings on this planet, then you will definitely be reincarnated back, perhaps, or go through something even more significant through the animal species. But within the awakening, we understand ourselves and we start to realize that we're all one. So when we're all one, then we become a part of this universal body. So why would you ever want to hurt any part of that body? Why would you want to ever hurt anything on this planet? You know, a lot of people don't have that understanding because the negative self and this third dimensional mindset has been programmed into you from the time you were born. All of the vision world has never allowed you to become one with yourself. All it's done is shown you who you're supposed to be. So that way you'll survive in this world. Well, that doesn't sound like the kind of world that I want for my children's children's children, right? Think about that. We live in a toxic society that's poisoning us, feeding us with garbage, and taking away true educational children and putting them on drugs to keep them in an aspect that can be controlled through the educational program. They're not really having problems with autisticness. They're just very super smart, and they don't like a very simplistic system that only educates 2 to 3% of the true mental intellect. But you see, we're living in this new awakening phase now, and a lot of us are going to make changes to create these programs to stop. We're living in a new world that's a fabric world, which is like a matrix where we're all connected and we're starting to use the web. This program here that I'm recording is for you, and if it wasn't for the wide world web, then maybe you would never have a chance to even glimpse into the awakening self. You would never hear someone talking like me to tell you, you know what, you have what it takes. You're living in a world that's of dreams of others. You know, you have your own world to live in. Your life keeps repeating through the perceptions of others in this false state of time. You see, there is no time in the universal picture of things. It's more of free. You break these chains. You find freedom within yourself. You walk around on this planet, and you realize that there is no death, and there is no judgment. There's no worries. There's nothing but a foreverness in this universe. So, you know, we could lead others to this awakening when we come to this conscious state. The movement that we're looking to do is first through the awakening. So when you realize what I'm saying, you need to separate from your negative self and start creating a positive sense of being. No matter what the negative world holds for you, you hold a positive sense, and you can make the difference. It's your positive energy that's going to create you to understand the fourth dimensional mindset that's been held back from you. When you get this fourth dimensional mindset, as I have and many others that will enlighten you, then you will be able to become into the true conscious state of mind of fifth dimensional being while you're on this planet, which means that you have come full circle with yourself and the understanding of why you came. Thank you for listening to Toxic Bob, and please join me again. I have another segment on the awakening. It will be Awakening 3, and I will be talking to you soon. Have a great night, my friends and my followers.